Hellcast. Nuclear assault handled with care. Prong. Annihilator, Biohazard, Edge Sanity, Assimilation. What's going on here? What does this have to do with Hellcast? These are things that I wonder if J Dawg has heard for an upcoming 6-9 seconds. Because this is Hellcast, and J Dawg is here. And we're going to dive in and do what we do, and that's talk about metal. So let's get straight to the point. And recently on the channel, we had the band Imperial Triumphant for Into the Darkness interview, and I found myself finding a band that would otherwise be labeled as kind of extreme and eclectic and weird as something that tickled my fancy and I was into. So I figured it would strike up a conversation if I'm pretty sure you haven't really heard them. So I figured I'd get you in tune with it and get a reaction out of you.
Yeah, based on just what you said, it just kind of almost reminds me of Portal.
Yeah, in a way. I mean, it was said Zachary, who we did the interview with, I think he said something like,
haven't even heard it, or
they're gods or whatever. Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. So that's why I thought maybe even in a way it could be something that you would have the opinion that I think that you might have, that it's just like, oh, it might be too weird or something that would go over your head, but it's entirely
That's what
the
I told Shane, a Portal.
Yeah. Well, because some of that stuff, though, it could be like you get the wrong, like, well, bands in general could be like that, especially if it's outside your vocabulary, where you might need a few listens or the right introduction.
Yeah, because, I mean, some of the bands, it's the whole idea of, especially like a band behind Portal, is like, it's not supposed to be fist banging mania. It's supposed to be more like artistic.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for fist banging mania at that moment, you listen to it, you're probably like, I'm bored stiff.
Exactly. So let's see if you're going to be bored stiff. And check out Imperial Triumphant.
All right.
I can't fucking see is what it...
Oh, that goddamn LASIK ain't holding up.
Yeah, right. So here is Chernobyl Blues. Oh, really? Because, like, well, have you ever been, like, turned by something, though, too? Like, because you gave it...
The closest, and I was going to say it before I even saw it, the closest that come to me is probably, like, that Abysmal Grief.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because that's still like music and it's eerie sounding, but yeah. You know.
If you get fucked up on shrooms, what band was that? Stalag?
I've never been fucked up on shrooms.
No, but
yeah, it was Stalag. Yeah, I need to be fucked up on something harder than shrooms, because I've known plenty of people that on shrooms, and it doesn't sound like it's harsh enough to get through the Stalag, because that was just bad.
Yeah. But so the other thing that I bring up Imperial Triumphant, because I thought it was just an interesting conversation that, so now with their sound and then look was, it's not like this typical like skeletons and creepy things. It's a different kind of creepy one that's still familiar in some ways, like, it's more silhouette-y and devoid of detail on certain aspects. So I think it works in similar themes for bands that do that. But either way, it was still something different, the gold and all the different colors and all that. And so being Zachary, who we interviewed, though, he was talking about how he's a fan of Immortal, and like one of the ideas that he had was, Immortal pretty much made winter evil. So it's like,
yeah, that's true,
for them, it's like, because it would make like New York City kind of like and dwell in the evils of it.
I never really knew. I still don't. I mean, I'm a big Immortal fan. Not of every record, but a good portion of them. I always kind of wondered, like I liked the whole, cold and grimness and the blizzard beasts and, the whole battles in the north and like you're saying, making winter evil, but I never really understood like the whole message, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
To this day, I'm a little confused. Other than it's supposed to be just cold and grim is kind of the way I took it.
Well, right. And so, that's what's kind of cool about it, because I never really thought about it in that way. I always kind of, like, you knew it was there, but like never really thought of it.
What always passed my mind when Immortal, because my favorite Immortal album is Battles in the North.
Fuck, you limited it too early. That's an album more coming up.
Oh, yeah, it's Battles in the North, and that's actually one of my favorite black metal albums ever. And, anytime, like, when it's fucking blizzard and snowing out,
right?
You got your leather on, and you're like, fucking cold. I just thinking about them on the front cover. I'm like, buck up, fucking pussy. They didn't even have they have cut-off shirts on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Can you think of anything else though that like is like a regional thing like that anybody's like kind of explored that idea? Otherwise, like it's just like it seems like at least that comes to my mind. Black metal and coldness is like really the only like. There's not really one for heat. It's not like the Brazilian scene is like talking about.
Well, I was thinking about volcanoes in hell, right?
I guess they are.
There's
yeah.
Volcano. Heat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thinking about hell.
So all right, no, that was precisely the question.
I never been to
Are
Brazil.
the Aussies? Are they singing it? Well, I mean, maybe.
Aussies got crocodiles running around, but I don't know if he was singing about the croc.
Right. Like Death wasn't exactly singing about oranges as Chuck was.
Yeah, he didn't say that in an interview or something.
Yeah,
so we don't sing about orange juice or something. What is it?
I don't know about the Florida and death metal. Must be the oranges or something.
Like yeah. I remember that intervw. Yeah. Is that the one where he's wearing like a kitty cat sweater?
Something
you
like that.
You couldn't take him serious at all. You're like, what the hell?
Kitty cat sweater.
Yeah, like something like your grandma would be wearing.
But shit, man, we forgot. This episode is brought to you by the Dick Candle Blower, Michael Perez, over at the Reaper Metal Productions fan club on Patreon. So,
how do you decide what Patreon you're going to choose from?
I just figured because everybody's supposed to get a shout out.
Yeah, but you just grab from a hat of names and say this the guy that gets this episode.
No, I just literally go look and grab. Figure who should we shout out to. So, Michael, you get a nice blow from J Dawg.
Hang on, let me pull my mask off. Oh yeah, I don't wear a mask.
Smoking.
Wouldn't be able to do it if I was that guy wearing a mask in my car all by myself. And don't you just love those guys?
Oh, don't
Driving
go there.
around, you just see someone all by themselves with a mask on.
Don't go there. I would like to think that by the time
do you sleep in bed with it too? Like, you take a shower with it on? Like, you are by yourself.
Yeah, there's some interesting logic going on there. But hey, I just figured this time for 6-9 seconds that we would do
no, it's 5.
Literally. Well, for now it's 6.
Let's go
because I got a promotion. Well, I got a promotion. I got to do. Damn it. And so these are like literally records that's just like I don't know. I wonder if J Dawg's heard them. So might as well. I mean, usually if it is kind of something, you just be like, here's 9 seconds of, and then, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
So let's check it out.
Oh, you already have it in. You're already preloaded.
Yep. Came prepared this time.
Is this the Assimilation?
This is Nuclear Assault. New song.
Is that the 3rd album?
Yeah. You intrigued?
I remember. No. I like Game Over, and then was it the Plague, the EP?
Right. So then
I like those two, and I like the demos. That album there, that was the last album I heard, and I remember
Critical Mass.
No. This is Prong?
No, this is still Nuclear Assault. I figured I'd give you 2 songs.
That sounds pretty good.
Right. That's fun. It's like you gotta listen to this.
Because I remember not liking it. Yeah. Was that the one with the Earth on the cover?
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I remember you always like ragging. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I don't think you've listened to this album.
Sounds pretty good. Yeah, definitely sounds pretty good. Yeah. All I have is that double LP with Game Over and the Plague on one.
Yeah.
And then I have a demo LP. Well, yeah, a demo LP. And that's all I own. And I know I listened to that. I listened in the shop, and I remember not liking it. And I knew that was the next album in line, and I never listened to anything since. But my other introduction, what was it like? Maybe it was 2016 MDF. Nuclear Assault played. So
yeah.
So dude, I didn't like it at all.
Well,
whatever
right.
they were playing there. So they were playing songs from whatever up to
right.
And I was like, man, I do not like this set at all.
Well,
so
here's let's see what you think of Prong from Force Fed. Freezer Burn.
I don't think I've ever heard this, but I know who Prong is. But this is way better than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, this is the second album. The first album's only 18 minutes. This one's actually a full length.
What's this one called?
Force Fed. There's 2 different versions.
What year is that?
86.
Wow.
Yeah. Actually, no, 87.
What does this vocal sound like?
Well, they're one of those bands that have 2 different vocalists, bass player and Tommy Victor, the guitarist. It's just a 3-piece.
Let's hear some throats.
Yeah, let's get the throats. Fast forward.
This sounds familiar. Does someone cover that?
I don't think so.
Now put it to use.
This is when the part gets ripped. It's really raw too. I love the production.
Yeah, it's pretty, definitely not some overproduced fucking...
The testimony motive. Try to manipulate the soul.
But even
This
like,
is pretty good.
yeah, it's awesome.
Dude, when I think of Prong, I just think snap your finger, snap your neck.
I mean, this riff, it's like rigor mortis someone.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
It's like so crazy.
Yeah, and I'm a huge rigor mortis
Put
fan.
it to use.
Do you know who likes Prong?
No, dude, I always just thought snap your finger, snap your neck, and I was like, I don't like this.
No, the first two fucking Prongs,
So
dude.
I just assumed that, you know, like what's another band when you bring them up and people give you the stink face? Well, that's what since they get brought up on this channel all the time. 6 Feet Under.
Yeah.
They get the stink face. I'm like, yeah, but you ever listen to the first? The first album's great.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah, but I mean, I can see some kid today who's just getting into like actual real death metal. Mentioned 6 Feet Under, and all he's heard was their.
Yeah.
He's probably like, what the? Why would I like that?
I like to think there's a bigger difference between Prong and 6 Feet Under.
Okay,
too.
well, another band. It's like Cradle of Filth.
Actually, what's his? He did do what's it called? 6 Feet Under. They
covered Snap Your Finger, Snap Your Neck.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
pretty funny.
right. Yeah, that's no Prong. But like every album pretty much changes after the first two.
Is
Like,
the first one just
drastic.
like that, even though it's only 18 minutes?
Yeah, it's just it's in fact it's even more raw, and I love
So was
that.
that 85 then, the first album?
80, I think that was 86, but it could have been 85. Yeah, they're an old band.
Yeah, I never, for years I didn't realize that they're at all either. I mean, you told me like last episode or so, but I
Right.
always figured they probably start around 92, 93.
No, I'm curious then. Annihilator, since it was brought up, or going to be brought up, there was definitely an album more. So, Annihilator is appropriate and on my mind. So I want to see, because I'm pretty sure, I don't think you've ever listened to them.
No, this new band that
This
you're doing?
is still fucking Nuclear Assault. What the hell is the CD player doing?
I was gonna say, I kept thinking it was gonna be the Simulation because you had it on top.
Yeah,
I was like,
and
"Yeah,
it keeps going to
Simulation's
the-
pretty good. But I haven't heard it yet. What the fuck are you doing? How do you
Yeah.
not know how to use that thing yet?
No, because he keeps changing on me. Here's Alice in Hell, title fucking track. Let's get it away. 'Cause
Allison,
it's
isn't
got
that
a long.
Annihilator?
Yeah,
I thought you playing a Simulation.
I got Annihilator right now. Because I don't think you've ever listened to him.
I don't think so.
What are you looking for?
Yeah, this is good too.
Yeah.
But didn't Annihilator get like really bad?
Yeah, but like
No,
in
that-
a very weird way.
Okay, because I think that's what I've heard is one of the really bad albums. Is Alice in Hell the first album?
Yeah.
Shooting star. Running to a crest.
Well,
It's
cool.
pretty fucking. Where are they from? California?
Canada.
Canada. Fuck. Okay, I didn't even know that.
Big 4 Canadian thrash, bro.
My father taught me many things.
What
This?
What year is Alice in
He told
Hell?
me.
It's this will be interesting. This next one.
89 says.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds about right. With the demo, no, because the demo era
demo
was
great too?
86. The demo is better because it's like that
Usually
song,
are.
and then Jeff Waters, who's the balls of the band.
Does
he's
anyone
the-
ever put out the demo?
They put it on there,
Where?
and on
Those
the
bonus
on the
tracks?
bonus tracks. Yeah, that's one of those 2-on-1s. But
What's the second one then? The second album? Never
yeah,
Know That? Is
and
that
some
any
of some of the songs are still on that they're from the demo
good?
era.
Is the second album any good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Different vocalist on that then too. They always had a revolving door of vocalists. But so yeah, Jeff Waters, he actually sings on the demo though, and he does like monster vocals, and I think it sounds cooler with that. But yeah,
Is the whole demo on there? They didn't just put 2 tracks. And
they
that's
did
it?
something really shitty.
God, I
yeah,
fucking
but
hate
I've got
that,
it.
man.
I've got the
got the full
demo.
demo?
Yeah,
Is it-
and one that they didn't even put on there.
So there's 2 demos.
Yeah, yeah, before the albums.
Someone needs to
Exactly.
Put that out. J Dawg buy that.
Yeah, it'd be fucking sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have just like copies of the demo tapes. So this next one though is going to be very interesting because you've always ragged, and I've always said I don't think you've listened to them. So this is the homeboy as fuck, supposedly Biohazard
Now,
first album. though.
I always picture that with just fucking, just
All right,
just
well-
ghetto looking fucking, homeboy shit.
Well, even this photo though.
Let me see.
I mean,
don't
is
even
that
know.
really a bunch of homeboys?
No.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I think you gotta hear the album.
Is this the first album?
Yes.
What year is this? 88?
Something like that.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Or yeah. This is still fucking Nuclear Assault.
Why does it keep going back to disc 1? I don't understand. Like, aren't these?
I know, like, because the song's still playing. Like,
No,
you know what I mean?
do
My
is
father
like
taught
this.
me many things.
All right, let's
try
just
4.
fucking.
He taught me keep
We got to keep YouTube happy.
Is this the Has?
We're at the bottom, so to find a way. You can feel the power.
Sounds like
growing
fucking,
every day.
Carnival.
Can't get away until tomorrow.
Yeah, it's New York band. Same era.
Sounds like Carnivore.
I was gonna say the track list is up. The drumming's on this is awesome too.
That's pretty good.
There's 2 vocalists too.
It sounds like that punk metal New York style.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys were always ragging on me. Like,
Well,
you
dude,
guys
what I
fucking
heard
like
was-
Fire. I was like, the first album's pretty fucking good. Like what? Like
What's the home? What's the rap album
it started to happen
on the second one?
yeah.
Well, I can't help
I
that's
mean,
what I
well,
heard.
the second one's still pretty good.
Well, sometimes when you hear something, you're like, I don't like this at all.
The New York,
It's like you don't go back.
Well, for them, the New York attitude then really brewed to start rapping. Because on the second album, it's still got very New York
Yeah, but
attitude.
even like you do the same shit. Like I'm pretty sure to this date, I think maybe you walked in once in the shop. You're like, yeah, this isn't bad. Like you've never heard beginning to end the first Cradle of Filth album. You're
Oh,
like-
yeah.
and you're like, I've heard Cradle of Filth. I thought it sucked.
Well, then we're
I'm
gonna
like-
have to do 6 9
I was like,
seconds.
I was like, the first album, dude, you might like.
Well, then do 6 9 seconds. What J Dawg thinks Reap Dog hasn't heard.
No, because I think you did walk in the shop. You're like, yeah, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure you said you didn't listen to Edge of Sanity, so I'm gonna get your
It's funny,
reaction.
Funny, bring that up.
Why?
It sounds like a house intro.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah, I like it. I like them already. You know that.
Well, and that's a shout out to whoever was on YouTube
Yeah,
that saw the interview and or the episode of Hellcast, I guess probably.
So I
where
gazed through a little bit just to get a brief idea of.
you saw that comment.
No.
Somebody was on
I'm talking about
YouTube like, J Dawg, you have to go and listen to Edge of Sanity. Like you're missing out.
Well, first off, I have heard them. It's just you know what I mean.
Not
like,
by this guy in the court.
No, but you got to understand, like,
Presumably.
so, like, you know, being around metal 24/7 is great, but it's a blessing in disguise too, because a lot of times, like because when I heard Edge of Sanity, I was probably already in my 20s, so
Right.
we're already deep into doing Hells.
Right.
Yeah. So we're already deep. Shut this off and tell the fucking story.
Fuck that story.
This guy for real. I'm in the middle of a story. So, when in the midst of the 20s, a lot of the shit that I heard is you were hearing. That's when I did hear Edge of Sanity. Is you would hear that band at the same time as like literally 20 other things.
Right.
So it kind of blurred together.
Right.
So you kind of like sometimes like I miss the old days to where like when you're 16 you picked up a record. And then you went back and you listened to it for like the next 2 weeks because it was the only new thing you had, right? So you really got to know it. Now when you have so much, people are like, that must be great. It's like, it's cool, but you don't really get to appreciate it sometimes.
I mean,
and as I say, it's one. And actually, so I got what I was saying is getting through is the Dan Swano interview you did.
Right.
So I was just skipping through it a little bit just to at least get a taster before, because it was a really long interview.
Yeah.
And as I,
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't have time to listen to the whole thing. But I got the 2 parts. I got the Infest Dead part, which was funny because I'm a huge Infest Dead fan.
Right.
And I remember him talking about some clean vocal part he did, right?
That's that was on Unorthodox. It's the first
Oh, it's
track.
because I was going to bring up the reason why I was going to bring it up is because I did put on the shop. It was the only one we had left in stock. Was I think it's Purgatory Afterglow.
Oh yeah.
Is that the one with the all red cover?
Yeah.
I put it on and there's that intro. I'm like,
Yeah.
I am not liking
But
this.
then it
at
kicks
all.
in and you're like, yeah.
Fucking boo. But then it kicked in. I'm like, this is really good.
Yeah.
And there was only like one or two.
told you.
There was only like 1 or 2 parts on it where I'm like, eh. But all in all, as an album, I was like, that was really fucking good.
Yeah. Even the like Black Tears, this like where he sings.
Oh, I listened to the shop. I don't know. I didn't have the songs.
Well,
right in
like
front of
he
me,
does
but
like he does like soft like clean
maybe that's
singing on
maybe that's
some
where I
of
got.
them.
I'm kind of like, about when I got that part, but maybe that's what I was thinking. There was another part where I was kind of like, I remember maybe we would change that. But all in all, I thought it was a very, very good record.
Right.
And I think that's a much later one, isn't it?
I think so too. Yeah.
Or
And
is it the 5th one maybe or so?
I don't know, but I
Because the
just
Kurnagia is the demo, or is that the first album?
that's like that's the demo. Yeah.
What's the first album then?
I think Nothing But Death
Oh,
Remains.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because
So yeah, I need to go through the whole catalog and really go through it and give it a good solid listen with
well, the funny thing is
no distractions. You know what I mean?
the funny thing is Dan. He said in that interview that this has been 6-9 seconds. Oh shit, we got to hear.
What do you think it's
that.
Assimilation?
Oh yeah. Dan said though that there was a video on YouTube of the very night that they got signed, and I found that show, and he said because
What
they
year
got
is
signed
that?
at Black Mark. I don't know,
Maybe
80
90
something,
80? Oh, I thought it was
or maybe
I think early 90s, right?
I forget. 89, I think. And I think Quorthon's like in the beginning of it, like because they're just like around at the show, and like there's an old because he said Quorthon's dad was there. He saw him live, and that's when they got signed. Was that night? So yeah, it was a cool little tidbit of history. Yeah, he was awesome.
So you got to meet Quorthon then too in person.
I guess. Well, he was from this same kind of area, that upper Sweden.
Yeah, it just
Dan
seemed like
Swanner
Quorthon was kind of because how Bathory didn't really do shows and shit. It's just like He just seems kind of mysterious to where it's like, for example, I don't know anybody personally that's met him. You know what I mean?
Right.
As opposed to like you can name anyone else, Kronos or whatever. Big names in the metal scene.
Right.
That most people, a lot of people met him. So
let's check out Assimilation. So
it's not even out yet, is it? Or is it?
it's out now. Yeah,
out
it just
now.
came out at the time of recording this yesterday. And this was the
So
title, the first single.
They already got it in the mail by the time they're seeing this video.
Yeah.
Oh, this is death metal.
Yeah. That's why I wanted you to hear it.
The vocals right out the gate, or first 12 seconds, is reminding me of a band called Infamy from California. They did an album called The Blood Shall Flow. Pick it up if you ain't got it. It's fucking great. Early 2000s.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that popped in my mind was that. Well, musically much different than Infamy. This is a little bit more upbeat. A little bit more.
Yeah, it's kind of all over, like, because then there's breakdown parts too. Well, like even this song is Tattered Wings.
Yeah, I like the cover. I really like the cover art.
Yeah, been getting a lot of people pointing it out.
Yeah, I do like it's sweet. Yeah.
Hell, even Marco from The Crown, I noticed.
Liked it?
Yeah, he liked the cover art. Apparently, he was asking about it.
Yeah, let me see it. I do like that cover art. It almost reminds me of, even though it's different, just because it's kind of like a devil, it almost reminds me a little bit of Suffocation Human Waste.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though it doesn't look anything like it, but just kind of the whole, I don't know.
And there's a cool leaning to.
They did a King Diamond cover. That's sweet.
Yeah.
And maybe they're gonna have the negative reverb, pull Chris Barnes and rip on it. Look at him singing.
You recognize it?
Oh, of course, fantastic song. It's the first song off them.
They do something differently on it, like vocally anyway.
Gonna try to sing like King.
A CD player skipping there, brah.
By all that dust.
All right,
Little fun fact. So like that's Welcome Home. So The Invisible Guess.
Yeah,
That's one of my favorite King Diamond songs of all time. As a matter of fact, if I had to pick just off the top of my head, my two favorite King Diamond songs, excluding Merciful Fate, just strictly talking about King Diamond, my two favorite King Diamond songs would be A Mansion in Darkness off Abigail
right.
and The Invisible Guess.
Well, do you agree, like Assimilation said in their press release, who the fuck covers King Diamond?
Well, lots of bands have. Emperor did.
Or what death metal band?
No, Emperor did. Emperor covered Gypsy by Merciful Fate.
King Diamond.
Hellborn from Poland. Sebastian. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, Hellborn. They covered King Diamond, and I want to say it was A Mansion in Darkness.
I guess Exhumed did too.
They did. No Presents for Christmas. No, a bunch of bands have covered fucking King Diamond. Plus, there's the King Diamond cover disc.
This has been the longest then, at least 6-9 seconds. It wasn't 9 seconds, so everything's linked.
Yeah, but there was shit J Dawg legitimately needed to hear. He doesn't know everything.
And then now it's J Dawg legitimately gets his copy. So
sweet.
There
Thanks.
you go. And then you got to give it to the
Dude,
look
you
at the
really
camera.
need to do, you really need to do shirts of this because that is some,
yeah,
some sweet art.
there is, yeah.
Like, I really like it.
Look at the camera and give it the J Dawg seal of approval.
Don't know if it was the right camera, but it
No, it
was
wasn't.
fucking all over the place. I got There's like a tanning salon in here.
Yeah,
I
well,
can't see. I'm like,
you would know.
I'm gonna start wearing sunglasses in here.
Oh, hey. You could be those indoor sunglass douches.
Yeah, I won't be wearing them because I think I'm slick either.
Yeah.
It's because I'm fucking blind.
Well, so hey, cool shit has been sent in.
Oh, yeah, cool shit has been sent in. I even got to open up some myself.
Cool. Well, then you're going to be getting this because I've already opened it up, and this is from Steve. So shout out, Steve. This is that shout out I was telling you about.
Steve, that's kind of like, that doesn't really, like, there's 10 million people that
well, I don't,
Steve.
I mean, Steve from Ilbred.
Yeah, it's Steve from Ilbred. What state is that?
I'm going to read the note. You're going to open it up.
Fuck yeah. Does he say, here's a 2X for J Dawg?
Maybe. Hey, what's up, guys? My old band was recently reissued through Pathologically Explicit. The full length was recorded in 1998, but not released until 2000 because the band broke up. The demos are from 1993-4. So, anyways, it's never got a proper release. So I figured I'd send a couple with shirts to you guys. Reaper, I don't have a kid size for you, so you get a XL. J Dawg, I have a 2XL for you. If you guys think it has the true death metal spirit, keep them and enjoy them. If you think
I like the art.
If you think we were a bunch of panini douches, return it for the new Megadeth CD. Haha. Cheers, love the show, Steve. I gave you a couple to give out too. So look at that. Hey, future giveaways. So
sounds like
always
Reaper's got to go to Golden Corral and bulk the fuck up.
I don't know, Steve. I'm not going to be doing that. The kid size are only going to work. I'm going to have to throw that in. I'm going to have to throw that.
Just put it on and let it swim.
That's stupid. Here, though. All right. I'll swim the rest of the episode.
Yeah, I'll definitely
no kid size.
I won't even say, yeah, he said this too.
That way, when I buy the time, I have to give out this gigantic
right on
PJ shirt.
Yeah, Stevie, this is right up my alley. Like, it's got, like you said, the demo on there, and just earlier shit just re-released is my favorite. That's my, well, you know, that's my favorite stuff to listen to is old stuff re-released.
It's fucking huge on me.
Yeah, that is pretty swimming.
I feel like a kid going to bed. Gotta go get my blankie.
Definitely gonna give this a listen for sure.
I'm gonna be fucking sporting this though. The rest of the
what is it? Illbred? Yeah,
Illbred.
I've never heard
good old Riddick fucking art too.
Is it Riddick?
Yeah, it's Riddick, man.
Because it looked Riddick.
Yeah,
but I didn't want to say it and like he'd be like, "Fuck, I drew that, man."
Yeah. So Steve is the official first fucking person to send it to now the official new and improved only, or the only time it's ever happened. Reaper Metal P.O. Box. P.O. Box 3884, Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio 44223. You can remember all that. I'm going to get it where the number's down on the screen because I want to encourage people to send their shit because this is what we do with it. We open it up cool shit, and we have more cool shit, so let's keep going.
So remember, it's 2X for J Dawg, size kid small for Reaper.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Reaper, this one's from Ron Maiden.
Oh, Ron Maiden sent me a Possess shirt. Thanks, Ron. That was really, really cool.
Fuck.
Wear it next time on one of the shows, but Reap gives me last minute notice and it was still in the laundry.
Last minute it was. Hey, Reaper, just thought I'd send you a token of my appreciation. This shirt is way too tight on me, and I thought you might like it. By the way, I love the Hellcast episodes. Sincerely, Ron. I got to show these for proof that I'm not making up my own fucking notes, you know?
Well, why would someone think you're making it up?
I don't know.
The show sucks. Maybe he wants his letter captured on camera.
I don't know, Ron. I'm really going to have to go to the Golden Corral and bulk up.
Golden Corral bulk up. And then
I think this is 90s
then you get the size,
XL.
Then you get the size large as Blizzards at the
Dude, I think this will fit J Dawg. This is a cool shirt,
dude,
though.
2Xs are getting snug on this guy these days.
Yeah?
Yeah, especially it pulls up around my back and show, you know what I mean? Like it's
death metal.
They fit still nicer because I like my shirts like loose though too. You know what I mean? Like I don't like them too strapped to my body. You know what I mean?
The nature of this beast though, cool shit, and inviting people to send to the PO Box 38884, is that if it lands like this, too ginormous for me because it's not my kid size. The nice thing is we will feature it and then it will find a proper home. Because we will put it in packages and stuff for the patrons of the Reaper Metal fan club. But hey, there's more, so let's keep going.
More, fuck. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah.
First, you got Todd Mitchell had previously I mentioned, I think, or haven't aired it yet. Whatever. I'm getting my head fucking confused with some of this shit. But needless to say, Todd Mitchell sent a package with his old band from back in the day. Lobotomy MD, and then he sent a burnt CD and it said comp CD for
CD.
J Dawg. So
I don't even have a fucking slave.
no,
It's gonna be all scratched to shit. Like a
well, Todd, sorry, I passed it
what-
along.
what's on the disc?
Is, lobotomy MD, I believe. Yeah, and then I believe we've already opened this. So
Evil Mike.
Evil Mike. Then glad J Dawg knew.
Glad J Dawg didn't know. J Dawg opened it.
You.
Well, so
This is fucking.
he sent the new
pretty
Evil
good.
Incarnate, which we got him down in Hell's too, and which I got to listen to, and I thought it was really good. What really stood out to me too, what I thought was really neat is that, which I didn't even look at. I didn't even look at the track listing before. I just popped in the player.
Yeah.
And then midway through, well, it's towards the end actually, I was like, holy shit! They cover "Override the Overture" by Dismember,
Really?
which is the first song on "Like an Ever Flowing Stream," and that's quite possibly my favorite Dismember song. And a little fun fact about that too is there aren't too many bands that I know of that cover Dismember. Period. At least for years there weren't. The band Skeletal that we released,
Yeah.
they did a Dismember cover on the album that we put out, the full length. So they did. But Override the Overture, the only time I ever heard that is there's a local band which was Post from the Depths.
Oh, yeah.
called Dead of Night.
Yeah.
And they played live and they covered it, but it was never recorded. I was there. I was like, holy fucking shit. Like I never, at that time, I don't think I've ever heard anyone cover Dismember. So it was kind of cool to hear. So that, like someone like Evil Mike knows what's up. And then I just looked at the track listing and I saw that they re-recorded Dead Corpse of Jesus Christ, which is on the Blood of the Saints disc. Fan-fucking-tastic. I keep telling you, I brought that up many times, on Hellcast. I don't know if Mike ever seen it. I think Blood of the Saints is one of the most evil-sounding recordings I've ever heard.
So there you go. Package well received.
But then they said that I haven't listened to this yet then, which I'm not sure 100% how to say it. Luna in Sanguinum. That sounds
Oh,
weird.
we'll hear it.
Yeah, I haven't heard it yet, but I guess I didn't even know he was doing this. But he sent it in there, so he's doing another band. I knew nothing about it, so haven't got to listen to it yet. Definitely will listen to it. And yeah, I don't even know what to expect. I don't know if it's death metal, thrash metal, black metal. I don't know anything. So I will have to find out.
Thanks, Evil Mike. And thank you, everybody that has sent us cool shit.
I met Evil Mike, too. You know the Evil Mike story? He probably doesn't remember.
No?
Yeah, I met him in the early 2000s at the Ohio Death Fest. I think it was 2001 or 2002, somewhere around there. And I met him outside. And I think I got my picture with him, too. Man, I have to dig in the J Dawg archives box. And,
Yes.
I was wearing my leather jacket with all the patches. He's like, it's a lot of patches, man. I was like, yep. And I think that was about much it. I think I maybe had him sign one of my Evil Incarnate CDs. I think I did. And I think I got my picture because it was one of those things like, it was at the Ohio Death Fest, which was really busy. And the guy, Mitch, R.I.P., he was a total fucking dickhead about letting people come in and out. And the flying machine would be full to the brim of people. Hot as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And but he was pretty cool during that fest because it was so packed and there was tons of like, dude, there's like 30 bands a weekend playing or whatever. So In and Out was kind of like that. So I remember there was a lot of distros there. A lot. That's where I bought a lot of stuff that I own to this day, right? And so I would take my merch out to my car. So I wouldn't have to carry it around like a fucking idiot all night. You know what I mean? Got fuck yeah, hands full all night to watch a show. So it was like, like I said, I'm pretty sure I got my picture with Mike, but it was one of those things like when I met him, it was outside. I wasn't expecting to. I'm just walking out to my car. I'm like, oh, fuck. So when it says but I want to say I did, but I might not have my camera on me. But I got to dig through the photos, memory lane, digging through all the photos.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the Cryptopsy photos and shit you saw?
We're right.
So-
And that's just be good for the show. Like, we could,
Yeah.
because you got a ton of stuff, so we could,
Yeah.
make it a regular thing, too.
Yeah.
Like, just have fun with it, 10 minutes to talk about something.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of stories
But it's
to be
just
had.
funny because Mike's probably, he probably don't. I mean, I think I was 16 at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, if 2001, I would have been 16. So he probably doesn't remember, but not that I would expect him to.
So this week's album war, I think we already know the answer. Immortal, Battles in the North versus Pure Holocaust. And
You know what? Not only is it, I actually, and I might get crucified for saying this, but I tell it how it is.
those damn mortals.
What's that? Yeah, those damn Immortal fans. I'm not a big fan of Pure Holocaust. I didn't like the first two. I always say I didn't kind of like Diabolical Mysticism, that and the demo, and the Pure Holocaust. They're not bad albums. I thought they were kind of boring. I really thought that band came to life on Battles in the North.
So it's funny because I was touching up so I could at least have an opinion in this, and I found myself I'm definitely not as versed as you in those albums, kind of going like Pure Holocaust. I kind of like the production a little bit more.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And the thing is, like I said, so I always kind of felt those albums were a little snoozy for me. It's been a while since I listened to them, and I've heard them more than once, but less than 10 times. And not only did I find that, but I mean, Battles in the North was the first one I heard. So again, going back to that first thing you heard. But I also do, the reason why I kind of felt like that would probably still be my same opinion to this day, even though last time I listened to Pure Holocaust, probably about 2 years ago or so, and opinion was about the same. And the reason I assume it would still be the same if I got to know it, because the other ones that I like At the Heart of Winter a lot. I love Damned in Black, Sons of Northern Darkness, and Blizzard Beasts. Though, I liked those immediately when I heard them, as opposed to the first two. I was just like, it's kind of boring. But I know a guy that's his favorite one is the first one.
So now what do you think is going to be the internet's take?
I would always have said, especially of the really old school black metal guys, I would always have said the first album. But the more and more I'm seeing it, and Osmos has been reissuing all their shit.
Pure Holocaust, the first album?
No, that's the second one.
Oh, but Pure Holocaust versus Battles in the North. What do you think the internet's going to choose out of that?
I think Battles in the North.
Yeah.
Now, if you would have asked me 3 years ago, I would have said otherwise. But since Osmos been repressing their LPs and Hell's gets like mass amount of stuff, yeah, I kind of see what it seems like. Battles in the North sells really, really well, probably the best. And I always thought that was really, really neat because that was a black metal album I grew up on that I thoroughly enjoyed. I think I bought it when I was 15. I ordered it from Nuclear Blast Records over the phone. And I remember I bought it. The guy's like, "That's the best Immortal album." I'm like, "Well, sweet. I'm glad I'm getting it." That's what he said.
Well, there you go. Share what you think would be for your favorite Immortal. Battles in the North versus Pure Holocaust. Let it be known in the comments for this week's Album War. So you apparently are obviously someone that paid attention to details and remember seeing names and stuff in booklets. So do you remember Terry Date?
Terry Date? Why do I know that name?
Right. Because he's like a producer, like Overkill, and that's precisely kind of like, so like, I obviously like more the audio nerd stuff, and have we had interviewing Scott Burns and stuff, and it's presented that the internet, or at least our audience, does too, and so I know that you kind of like some of that stuff, like or at least pay attention to it, but I'm curious, like what actually kind of resonates, like a name like Terry Date, or like obviously there's Thomas Skosberg. Like, do you have though any sort of opinion like that? It's like, yeah, like a Terry Date record or a one of the other Morris brothers, like
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's funny, and not just because you're interviewing. It was always more sound, like the Scott Burns. That's a Scott Burns sound. Like when I always said, like the first Deicide, first Demolition Hammer, first Malevolent Creation, I thought they had a very, very similar sound. Those I always just said, yeah, it's like a Burns. There was a Morris sound. You know what I mean? So that, and then also the just in general Sunlight Studio.
Yeah.
But as far as just a name like that, especially for a time of like Overkill and stuff, like nobody popped in my mind like he does these albums. You know what I mean? That has similar sound. So nobody that I can think of in that sense. Yeah, just honestly, it was always Sunlight Studio, Scott Burns, and isn't there one other? Another person for a while there too. He was recording all that stuff that was getting a reputation for similar sound or just types of bands. Was Peter Tackgren from Hypocrisy.
Yeah,
recording all those bands, and
Do you think that's a lost art in a way? Like that's like what's the newer generation? I guess Joel Grind, as far as I know, like that's like doing that, like wearing multiple hats kind of thing, or then like you're becoming more than just a musician, where like you Scott.
Well, he
Burns
doesn't record, does he?
Joel?
Yeah, does he record?
Yeah,
he records other bands.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he just like did some mastering or shit for like a living.
No, and he recorded a lot of the Toxic stuff.
Oh, I just thought he got okay. I knew he did the instruments. I didn't think he.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I just thought because I know he's done some master jobs for Hells and shit. Helped, you know what I mean? Like a band needs their stuff mastered up. He's done a couple things, so I knew he did that, but I didn't realize he did recorded shit. I guess I don't really pay too much attention to that. I mean, like, yeah.
Do you pay like credits at all though? Like, do you
not
sit
anymore?
there? And,
fuck. I mean, no.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Did you ever though? Like.
As far as recording and shit, no, not so much. No.
Or well, anything, even like it produce, or did you ever like sit there and wonder like an engineer or for like
I never
hell,
gave a
even
fuck.
those even those credits are pretty much the lost art.
You
Like,
know
it's
what?
just
I mean,
recorded
in
by
my mind,
anymore.
especially in Teenage Justin, and I never really gave a lot of thought about it, but the little thought that I maybe did, I always kind of like, in my mind, I always looked at as the band members as the lack of better terms, almost like the gods. You know what I mean? You're looking at Glenn Bennett and shit, like these are the guys you follow, and then, like the producer and the people. I was like, it's probably just some poser that doesn't like death metal. You know, that was kind of like my mindset. You know what I mean? Because I always picture just this old guy like recording because he owns the studio. He's some fucking millionaire. He's like, oh, okay, these fucking screaming demons. You know, that's what I always pictured. You know what I mean?
For records on the wrong speed, we've got random 7-inches.
7 inch time. Used to be my favorite format until everybody just started being a bunch of fucking lamos.
How so? Stopping doing it?
No, it was 7 inch. I always thought were awesome because a lot of times it was exclusive songs. You know what I mean? And then everybody else, they're like, we'll put out a 7 inch, but then the song's gonna be on our album. I was like, what the fuck do I need the 7 inch for then? I mean, dude, back in the
Re-record it though?
re-recorded is acceptable but not preferred. I mean, I like a song like, dude, for example, like Destroyer 666, man, when those 3 7-inches, if you didn't own the fucking Satanic Speed Metal 7-inch, the King of Kings 7-inch, and the Of Wolves, Women in War 7-inch, which I own all 3, if you didn't own them, you didn't have those fucking songs. And they are fan-fucking-tastic, I must say. And I saw there, like this Exhumed set, is that the Dignities of the Dead 7-inch? I mean, it's halfway covered up. I just saw the logo.
Getting a little ahead of ourselves there, but yeah, something I think
That's
so.
songs that are only on there. You know what I mean?
Right.
On that, not that one, the other one.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Instruments of Hell.
Let me see this fucking thing. Oh no, so it wasn't this one. I was gonna say because my very first 7-inch I ever got was Exhumed and Dignities of the Dead.
Oh, cool.
But this is great too. See, like, hell, I don't even remember which Exhumed tracks are on this. But their early 7-inches was look at that, they're about Dick too.
Yeah. Why? Who else is about Dick?
Apparently we got Dick Candle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember which songs.
Well, I'm going to start it off with the first random 7-inch, and that's by Abysmal Grief, because this is basically the band that spawned this idea.
So it looks like it's 2 tracks. Yeah, so Instruments of Hell and Corneal Carbonization. Sounds like a fucking Carcass song. It's good. Shit, I just need to go back and listen to 7-inch in general because it's been a while.
Ooh. Well, here's Abysmal Grief, because at the time, yeah, I was just like, I knew it was on the wrong speed, but it was definitely like...
It could fit. It could work.
I think
Because
so.
they're a very slow band.
Yeah.
So wrong speed picking it up, like, it wouldn't probably sound too awkward.
I think this is a... As much as I love the organ stuff.
Sounds pretty good at wrong speed, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I put it on.
Yeah, I dig it.
It's like really... I mean, this is one of their more upbeat songs, but
Yeah. Just they have some shit. It's really, really doomy.
this is like really... like it's like total, like almost like that 80s speed metal.
Albums sound cool, too, though.
You know, that's album.
But they sound neat. They sound... Yeah. All these bands sound the same. It sounds pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, this band's great though.
Yeah, they're a really good band, which is a band in general that's really outside my wheelhouse. Generally speaking, as you know me, I would just find that stuff like slow and boring. But for whatever reason, when I first heard them, I just thoroughly enjoyed it. I really liked them.
Yeah, I forget.
Didn't I tell you about them?
Yeah, now I'm like a total freaking
Yeah, you probably like
fan
them more than
nerd.
me. Like,
yeah.
The Abysmal, like, I don't know if I have this 7-inch. I want to say I do. The reason being is another curse about owning Hell's Man is you see, and that since I handle all the merch, going out the door. Mm-hmm. Dude, like, and part of it's kind of a bad memory too, is like, so you see it and you're handling it all the time. A lot of you are like, yeah, I got it. and then sometimes you go to your collection, like, fuck, I don't got it, and then sold out. Like, I've had that happen several times. Like, I just assumed I picked it up. You know what I mean? Because it just starts to blur together. You've seen it so many times, and I was picking shit up at the same time. You're like, yeah, I know I got it. I got it because you handled it 30 times.
Yeah.
So I'm like, sometimes I go back, I'm like, fuck, I didn't get that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
So that is a curse. So I should have it because we definitely got those in the shop. And I remember at the time when I first heard Abysmal Grief, whatever we had in stock, I went and I got one of each for me.
Yeah, I think I'm missing one myself because I had the same thing. Because it's like, everybody's seen it in there too and never carrying. But I choose those Dixon Exhumed with the next 7-inch.
Exhumed, you can't go wrong with Exhumed.
Yeah, but they had the Dixon, the label.
Well, I think that's their side.
Yeah.
Because it's a split 7-inch, right? Who's on the other side?
Gadget.
No, that's the other one. Oh, this side. That sounds like grind on top of grind. Raw sewage vocals. The good old sewage days. Back in the band, by the way.
That is definitely Alvin.
Yeah.
Alvin Harvey. Yeah, that doesn't work.
No, that definitely doesn't work, especially no. Yeah, I got it, man, I told you, man, like when I'm fucking 65 and all crippled, that's
You're
what
going
I'm
to be playing records on the wrong speed?
I'm on the wrong speed, on the right speed, because like I said, it's been several years since I've heard this, you know what I mean? Because my 7-inches are all in the those 7-inch boxes, alphabetized, and it's in a closet, you know, so it's kind of like, you know what I mean? It's not like, you're not going to just go in there to listen to one. You're going to be like flipping through them, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like you're sitting down, you know, not doing a whole lot.
Yeah.
And I figured, when I'm retired and fucking done, I'm going to be really listening to some fucking records, you know what I mean? Really like, you know, flipping through the old days, you know what I mean?
But what if you don't give a fuck about those records by then?
I will, man. I liked them fucking when I was 16, and I'm 20 years later, and I still like them.
Right on. Damn. Just hit my head on that.
Oh, I was to say, what the fuck? What'd you put on? I didn't even see it.
It's Sadistic Intent.
See, another that's split with Ungod?
Yeah.
That's Eternal Darkness. That song, you did not fucking have that. I mean, it's kind of come out now on like comp disc and shit like that. But you didn't have that song unless you had that 7-inch, and that's actually one of my favorite Sadistic Intent songs.
Really?
Eternal Darkness, yeah.
So are you so sick of it that you need to hear it on the wrong speed?
Oh, dude, I brushed my teeth to it. 7-inch players in the fucking bathroom. Put it on every morning when I get out, crawl out of bed, and brush the teeth.
Well, here it is on the wrong speed.
But that was, like I said, the good old days of 7-inches, man.
Oh, this has to go this one's going to be a fun one.
Oh,
because we can finally go slower.
It's only one song.
Well, plus it's 45 is the right speed.
That's what I'm saying.
So here's a Doom style, I guess.
Yeah, Doom style. Vocals are pretty brutal on this slate. I like them. almost kind of like Suffocation in a sense.
Sounds like Cyanide right now.
This does, yeah, the riff, yeah. Cyanide with some Suffocation vocals.
That's pretty brutal.
Yeah, it is. Pretty brutal, bro.
Yeah. Dude, that'd be a way to get it inspired to come up with a more brutal death metal vocal. Like find this like putrefaction and then just slow it down or something.
Fuck with the speeds, fuck with the levels.
But then try to match it then.
Yep.
Then you can make it organic.
Yeah.
Or Demolic.
Yeah.
This is great.
This is great. I love the fucking guitar lead on this too song. Like, I love this part here. I don't know how it sounds like.
Yeah, that's a drastic difference.
Yeah, but that's the same, man. That's back when 7-inches were fucking awesome, man. When you had exclusive songs, and you don't see it too often anymore. You see it every once in a while, but
well, speaking of don't see too often. This next one is totally taking advantage of the fact that we're listening to random 7-inches.
No, but you know the reason why I always kind of like them too, you know, in a sense, I guess it's kind of almost like a fucking, I don't know, badge of honor, which is stupid, but you know, whatever. Is kind of like, I always felt like if you were at like a show, right, and let's say you had a 7-inch release, right, your band,
yeah,
a couple 7-inch releases, and let's just say they're limited to 300, 500 copies, right, because that's generally what they're limited to do, right? And let's say there are exclusive songs on there. And let's say you're a band the size of Sadistic Intent, right?
Yes.
So you're gonna have a decent crowd. There are at least 100 people playing, right? You'd assume, right?
You would think.
So, whatever. So the songs you play, you should always play a 7-inch song, because now you're truly seeing who the true fans are, and weed out the fucking posers, because the posers aren't gonna know the song. The true fans will know it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was always kind of what was in my mind too about it too, and I always thought that they were cool for that reason. But I don't know. Everyone else didn't get the memo.
Well, this next one is paying homage to the last song we heard, Sadistic Intent, in the interview that happened here on the channel with
This is just the
Bay.
7 Churches box set?
And this is the 7 Churches Possessed box set. Why the hell would I choose Possessed? You got to check out that interview, Brown. You don't know shit about Sadistic Intent,
Well, that's
because
probably
they
their
used to
favorite
be in Possess.
Well,
they were in-
but is that
yeah.
your favorite band though? It's definitely one of them.
Seem to really have an affinity towards Slayer. But yeah, so
By
here's...
the way, speaking of Slayer, dude, that Necrophiliac cover, that Sadistic Intent, was fan-fucking-tastic.
Oh, yeah, all their covers are, actually.
Yeah, they are. They did Celtic Frost.
Yeah. So here's
Possessed.
Possessing the Wrong Speed. Like, you can only do it if you have this rare 7-inch. I chose death metal.
I never thought what
Kind of sounds like Dayton.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
It's great. Yeah, totally a chick. Oh, we got to hear the shriek. Kill that Pegs. Oh, fuck it. I'm not waiting for that. Or isn't it right there?
So the end.
By the way, like, when's the last time you heard like a thrash band like not do like a lame Tom Araya homage, but like do a real fucking impressive shriek of like their own, you know?
Yeah, I do know. I want to say I heard something very recently, because I was thinking the exact same thing.
And do you not agree that it's absolutely pointless to make an album as a 7-inch box set, but it is definitely nerdily cool, because like they have the band's pictures on the label there.
They're doing it because they
split
can
it
put
up.
each song on basically a side. You know,
fucking wrong
You know what I
camera.
mean? Like, because it's such a classic album. I mean, it's an iconic album. Whether people,
Yeah.
you know, like it's just. I mean, it's a monumental record. Whether it's your favorite record, your most hated record, or whatever, it's a piece of metal history. You know.
Right. Well, do you think that's not a lost art though, to do something like that?
I don't know if it's a lost art, because I mean they did it for well, I guess they did it for an album, but there's that Black Sabbath 7-inch box set, which I own, and I guess it's just the singles collection though, so it wasn't really an album. But I thought somebody else did do that kind of recently. Was it? Yeah, isn't it a Morbid Angel one?
Oh yeah. But it's like
is
that
it?
the bad album, I believe.
What's the bad album?
What's the bad Morbid Angel album?
No, but you're like of a box, not a box set. The
Kill a Cop, Kill a Cop.
Yeah, that's horrible. But
That's a
nobody's
box
put
set. Or Heretic, I think.
No, they wouldn't
I
do
don't
a
know.
7-inch box set. That junk. I'm talking about. Didn't they do that? Was it the Thy Kingdom Come box set or?
Nah, well, either way, this has been Records on the Wrong Speed. And this has been Hellcast. Fuck, this is the whole damn episode, all the way to the end.
Shit.
Yeah, we ran all out of this.
Out of dicks, out of handouts, out of records.
Yep, out of time. So hey, this is the point where we'll leave you with all the shit that you need to know. ReaperMetalProductions.com, where you can join the fan club and become a Patreon and hear your name shout out as a dickhead or blower. But hey, make a comment, share, like, subscribe, all that crap, and we'll talk to you next time.